Alright, welcome to episode 88 of the 2-Minute Warning. Back on the topic of the Florida Gators, the ones we love. Can this Florida team, Jay, can they win the national championship this season?
I'm sorry, Gator fans, Gator alumni, Gator myself. If I go to University of Florida, I'll have to say no. If I'm putting my brain and money on the line, I'm going to say the Florida Gators will not win the national championship. And it doesn't have to do with Kyle Trask. It doesn't have to do with Dan Mullen. It doesn't have to do with the Gators organization. It's just, to me, Kyle Trask can go toe-to-toe with any quarterback, any offense in the league. But defensively, he's going to get stopped. The Gators will get stopped just because that defense can't stop the deep ball. The secondary is not strong enough to stop Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Justin Fields. Those are just too many gunslingers for our weak secondary to handle. I love the Gators. Of course, I'll root for them no matter what. But if I'm putting my own money on the line, I cannot say they will win. As of right now, we have a good shot to at least make the playoffs. We control our fate. All we got to do is win out, go to the SEC championship, and beat Alabama in the SEC championship, and we will 100% make the playoffs. Even if they pull that off, which I think is very possible. I think that 100% we can do. And if I had to bet money, I'd probably say we do make the playoffs and beat Alabama in the SEC championship. We'll get Kyle Pitts back by then, which will help us. But come playoff time, we might have to play Alabama again, which could be different. I don't know if anyone beats Nick Saban twice if he gets beaten by the same team in the same team twice in the same season, or if we have to play Justin Fields, or just no matter what. Say we go through Alabama, then Justin Fields in the playoffs. I'm never going to bet against Trevor Lawrence, who's arguably the greatest college quarterback, one of the greatest, at least, for sure.
Yeah, and I can't help but respect that, but I can't overcome my love for the Gators, so I'm going to say they can win the national championship. Of course, anybody can, but I think this Gators team has more of just a possible chance. I think they really do have a shot at this. If you look at our offense, 63 points tonight. Coming into the game, had a 40-plus point average. I think it was right about 41 points per game average. So the 63-point game tonight probably bumped that up 5 or 6 points. So you're looking at a high 40s points per game average. That alone, very hard to beat by any defense. Now, assuming we can win out, which requires a win over Vandy, LSU, and I want to say Mississippi State. Correct me if I'm wrong. But three teams that are not necessarily very strong. So the winning out here is very doable. Then we meet Alabama presumably in the SEC championship, which I see that as a game that we can easily lose if we don't play well, but we can not easily win, but can absolutely win if we play Gator football. Now that Gator football for this season at least has put up 45 points, but we've been doing it consistently. Kyle Trask has been throwing 4 or 5 touchdowns on average, 6 tonight. Fantastic performance, by the way, for him. Now, coming down to the national championship, I think it's a huge accomplishment in itself to get to the playoff. But of course, it's very doable. Now, assuming the way I see it is, we beat Alabama in the SEC championship, find ourselves in the 4 seed. I think Alabama would only drop from 1 to find us in the 2 seed. Alabama drops from 1 to 4. Clemson's 3, and Ohio State. This is such a debate just to figure out who's going to be in the playoff. A lot of speculation in that, but just whatever. It works out. We're in the playoff.
To me, if we don't play Trevor Lawrence, we have a good shot of making it to the second round in the championship.
Bringing us to the championship.
But just to play Trevor Lawrence right away, that's going to be tough. He's going to be hot. He's just going to come off an ACC win, although we will come off an SEC win. That's where I think we get bullpen and stopped by Trevor Lawrence, and we are just not going to outthrow him.
Where I was earlier with the seeding, I think we'll be 2 once we win the SEC championship. Clemson at 3 after winning the ACC, Alabama at 4 after just dropping a game to us, and Ohio State being undefeated with their weaker schedule in the number 1 seed. Now that puts us first round against Clemson. That's a game that I think of course, simply put, we'd have to stand toe-to-toe to Trevor Lawrence, which is very, very difficult to do. But what's on our side is him missing 2 games, one of them being against the best team they're going to have during the regular season.
Getting Kyle Pitts back.
Right. So, of course, Kyle Pitts, we can hope he's back. We're going to assume he's going to come back. He's a huge weapon that we need to come back to win. So I'm going to actually put that as one of the things we need to happen to win the national championship, is Kyle Pitts makes a healthy return. So, of course, we're hoping for that. But Clemson's defense, on paper, on the field, is going to be better than ours. It's going to be better than ours. So what it comes down to is outscoring Clemson's offense. And between Trevor Lawrence missing 2 games, one being the biggest of the season for them, regular season-wise.
And we haven't seen them play a solid team yet.
Right, we haven't seen Trevor Lawrence play a good team this season, and we have not seen Kyle Trask been held for under 4 touchdowns. So I got our offense toe-to-toe to them, and then my logic for the championship game is if we can beat Clemson, we can beat anybody.
Yeah, I mean, my logic is similar. It's just opposite. To me, we could beat anyone, but once we face Trevor Lawrence, doesn't matter what seed it is, what round it is, he will stop us.
Right.
I'm sorry, Gator Nation. It's just, in my opinion, yes, we could put up 40 points a game, 45, even 50. We put up 63 against Arkansas, but we have not yet faced a team that can match that or put up 40 themselves. We even gave up 35 tonight against above average Felipe Franks, and the one time we faced a team that could put up 40, Texas A&M, we lost 41-38. So that is my argument. As soon as we face an offense that could score just as much as us, and it's basically down to the defense, 9 out of 10 times we're not going to win that matchup.
Yeah, and I think you make a great point. If we run into a 100% fully operating Trevor Lawrence, I don't know if we can beat that team. What I think is what we're going to run into is a partial Trevor Lawrence affected by COVID that snuck out of winning the ACC championship by some late miracle. So I think we run into that Trevor Lawrence that's not fully himself, that's thrown off a little bit, that's not really ready for a game against our high-powered offense. I think we win that game, and then we can beat. I see Alabama beating Ohio State from the 4 seed, and then we could beat a team that we just beat in the SEC championship again. So our road is going to have to involve Clemson and Alabama, but it's going to be a Clemson that's not at 100%, and it's going to be an Alabama team we've already beat this season.
It's going to come down to the wire.
Yep, down to the wire. Go Gators.
2 minutes.